Places all over the place. There were women in the waiting room that were moaning and in pain. There was blood on the furniture. Dazed and confused. There was blood all over the furniture, all over the place. The disposable medical material that you're supposed to throw away had been used time and time and time again. There were cats running around that had urinated all over the office.
This was known as a place where women could go for late-term abortions.
Late-term abortions. And inside the grand jury documents, what I read was by day, this was basically a pill mill. So folks could come in, there would be prescriptions sort of ready and written, and they could pay a certain amount of money and be able to receive their pills. And at night, allegedly, the doctor would come in and perform late-night abortions in the 6th and 7th months. Now, the bigger the baby, and this is quoted in the documents, the bigger the baby, the more, the higher the cash value. And he would bring those patients in on Sundays with his wife, and that's when those abortions would be performed.
And nobody there had any kind of medical experience or licensing?
No. Not one person had a license or certification. They were working there during the day. When the initial investigators went in, Chris, and they started on this drug investigation, they found a 15-year-old working and passing out prescription information. This was a 1 year long investigation. I spoke with the DA's office within the last hour. They started this investigation in February 2010, and then they worked all the way up until this point, until the arrests were made.
We should say that he allegedly lied to a lot of these women who thought that they were less than 24 weeks, which is
yes,
legal.
He did. He used
the babies might be 7 months old. This quote, they said he would joke about these babies, that he would deliver live, and then they say murder them, saying
with
one
scissors.
was so large it could walk me to the bus stop.
That was a quote from the doctor, that these babies they were that large, and they were coming out, they were living, they were breathing, they were squirming, and allegedly, and this is very graphic, I just want to warn you now, he would take the scissors, sever their spines, and he would call that snipping. I don't think, it's 281 pages on the internet that you can read of the juries, of the grand jury, investigation that you can go on the internet right now and read. I could barely even, there were times last night when I would have to stop and just sort of walk away from it and come back. I didn't even get through all of it because it makes me sick. I've never seen anything like it.
Michelle, thank you so much. It's a very difficult story, but we will continue to follow why it took so long to find.
And that's interesting as well.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
23 years after being kidnapped as a baby, a young woman